Hey guys, this is part of our CrazyStone series where I go from 13Q on up. And this is the 1Q game. I played this a little early in the morning. I actually played the 1Q and the 2Q game both early in the morning. And I mentioned in the 2Q game, I just felt lost. I mean, I'm sure you have those days like I do, where you just I have no idea. This must be a terrible move. And I kept putting stones down. Now, my bad moves are still halfway reasonable. But let's have a look. I'm the white stones. I just didn't want him to have his Shamari in the correct direction. It's a small, unimportant thing. It's just I didn't want it. And here, I'm told that playing this move is just not wrong. It always feels wrong to me. In the old days, we always went this way. But I'm trying to learn. So I've been playing this and playing it and playing it. I've never felt good about it, but I'm going to keep playing it until I understand why it's okay. And now, let's look at my options. I can play a very defensive move at A. Takes care of any problems, gently attacks black. Of course, he'll live easily. It's just too soft. As I understand it, my group doesn't need anything. So why am I giving it something? If I was going to play my move right now, I'd play the empty corner. But my head wasn't on straight, and I thought, well, I'll better pinch. I'm defending my group. I'm attacking black. I'm playing in a big area. All of that's true, but I think the empty corner is bigger. Okay. I thought at the time, ooh, I'm getting exactly what I want. I'm getting that territory. And I thought, is he going to push one more time? All right. He can't run now. It's too awkward. So I'm finally feeling good. And then I realize he's getting the right. That's bigger than what I'm getting. Oh my God, how did I get in this mess? Well, I can't leave until I'm done. And I have a 3 in a row shape, which is bad. And I was ready to walk away here. And then I realized he can simply walk out. So I'm strong enough now I can jump. And now everything's great. I'm going to fix my cut. Lots of ways to fix it. Right? These all fix. And me being off in my head, I'm looking to grow this way. That's why I fixed this way. Because next, this is a not cuttable, limit him, grow white kind of move. So I thought I'd made the right choice. But then I realized, oh, there's still Logi there. And now I'm being pushed around in my area. God, that bothered me so much, I can't tell you. If I play Ko and lose Ko, then everything I built collapses, so I can't play Ko. Okay, I want to keep him weak. May as well do it as I take some points. I extended 4th line because he's not settled yet. I want to keep the pressure up. And now I make another mistake. Let's start by noticing how easily his A group can escape. So why am I attacking? Well, I'm about to attack it. Why? He just walks out. How about if I instead grow my area, cover my open skirt at A, right? A was an open skirt. And now he can't get out so easily. That makes sense. Also, I'm growing to the rest of the board. What I did, I'll go ahead and take the corner as I attack him so that he doesn't have eyes. Well, doesn't that sound nice? He actually doesn't even have one eye right now. And I have the corner. Doesn't that sound great? It sure did at the time. It's just wrong. He comes out. I can't let him surround because that would make the whole bottom too big. My alarm went off. And now we place here. Well, this shows you how off I was. I'm thinking, I'm going to attack him now. And we'll see how this didn't turn out well. I should be thinking, let's just take my whole area in Sente. And there's still a potential cut there. But now I have a good territory and I have Sente. But I'm thinking, I'll just cut him. He's weak. I'll go ahead and cut him. Well, I'm thinking, great, he's going to play this way. And I have a wonderful corner and he's got cuts everywhere. But he comes straight down and I go, well, I guess I'm a little worried. Okay, I'm a little more worried. Yikes. How did I get in this mess? You have games like this where just you get everything you want and it turns out you wanted a terrible thing. Okay. He comes in and I just go, okay, we'll just go through the paces here. So if he lives, I'm going to live. And that's Sente. And we go from there. Okay. And now notice his A group still doesn't have an eye, and it's now behind enemy lines. So wouldn't that be great? But he comes in the corner instead, taking my eyes away. Well, if I submit, I'm not alive. All right, that's only one eye. So I have to play this way, and then I have to play that way, and now it's a liberty race. We both have one eye, and mine's not even quite real yet. So I take away a shape, and then I hurt the corner. And now I don't yet read what's going on in the A area in my corner. Can I live? Am I simply dead? I don't know. All I know is I'm not about to allow Black B. He's going to start surrounding me and I'm going to be in such trouble. So let's get rid of that first. Very similar to the Hane there is so hurtful. Now I can't go back to that corner until this is finished. That's kind of pretty much a rule. You got to finish what you're doing, then go take care of the next thing. And his Atari here is, I don't have an eye yet, right? So this is just terrible. So I have to come out. If I don't do anything, he's got the double Hane. I'm So I don't have good shape yet. He can just take me down to barely 2 eyes, and he gets the whole corner. It's terrible, completely unacceptable. I have to go again. Pardon me. Like the proverb says, 3 in a row is not enough. I've got to make it 4. Now I'm ready to ignore or do whatever. Okay. Throughout these moves, each time he's thinking where to play, I'm reading out the corner, reading out the corner, reading out the corner. And there's a lot there, because what if black plays A? Lots of variations. What if black plays B? What kind of co's there? Is it a co at all? Black plays C. There's just a lot of variations. And it's my life and death on the line. So I finally decide that I'm okay. Mostly because I have 2 extra liberties at 5 and 6. Every time I read it out, I can always go back and fill in one of my own liberties in order to say Atari, and I'm still okay because of the outside liberties. Now that's words instead of showing you, but suffice it to say that for me, it was complex. There's clothes to look at, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So I decided to play away. Perhaps the big move is to just grow this. Just grow, right? Something like whatever. Pretty big. Maybe big enough. But area 1, and it's his move, I'm concerned. One thing a strong player would do, which I didn't do, wonder why, is he'd look at this situation in his head and count the board. And if he says, oh, white's still ahead, great, then I'll play this way and don't worry about it. But that's not something, I've done it, but I don't like doing it. Instead, I thought, well, area 1's big, and see these cuts he has at 2. This is a real cut, because if he tries anything, then I kill something. So that means he's going to play, if here, I like coming out here. Matter of fact, we're back having some powerful moves again. Well, perhaps he'll play here and not force me out. So there's Aji here. I thought, okay, let me try coming over there and see if I can use that. There's a lot of space here. He pinches. Like, well, I'm not about to start coming in. That's too deep. What to do? I don't know what to do. This whole game is just plagued with, I don't know. I felt that all my moves are weak. He abused me on top. I barely lived in the upper left, luckily. Everything's lack of confidence. You have these days, right? Where you're like, you just feel so weak. We're going back it's got to be, gosh, over 40 years. I was 5 done. And oh my, I felt that my game was in the dumps. I mean, it was terrible. It was really bad. And there's a tournament that day. And I go, that's the perfect day to go to a tournament. Let's see what my worst game's about. And I did just fine. There's no problems. Won over half my games, and that's great. But it's like every move was torture. What do I do? I don't know. Just try to put down moves you're familiar with. Now, this is something, I'm sure it sounds funny, but let's imagine 5Q, and he's playing Go. Puts down a stone. What level of a move did he put down? He put down a 5Q level move. Duh. Okay, now that sounds funny, but let's imagine he's been, I'm just making up a story here. He's been watching my videos, and on the videos, he's told, you should consider, are my groups okay? Is his groups okay? So he says, okay, I'm going to just consider that. So now, instead of putting down a 5Q move, he's not putting down any move, which I highly recommend. And he goes around and he checks his groups. He just got information that he didn't have a minute ago. Because his 5Q, it's just like, is anything slapping him in the face? Something so horrendous, it just slaps him in the face. It's like, no, I don't see anything. He doesn't consider it. So all of a sudden he's considering it. And then he considers the other guy's groups, and he considers big areas. Now he's playing at a 3Q level because he's not using his thinking. He's using theoretical thinking and someone else's thinking, which is better than his. Does that make sense? I've stated this countless times over my 40 years of teaching Go, 38 years. You can play better than your level by doing what better players do. Okay, enough said. Here we go. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and contact. Contact's going to get information. It turns his Moyo into cash. You may have heard that before. And it's asking, because I don't know what to do. So I'm going to ask him a question. Pulls back. Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd Hane, so I get this in Sente. And now with that, I feel comfortable I can live or do whatever I want. But he didn't. Well, I'm not about to do this in Gote. So then what? And I'm considering A and B. I'm considering pushing again to see what's happening. But I hate leaving that cut behind. So I don't know. But I decide, well, a path that I'm pretty confident about is if I contact again, somewhere in this area, the right, the corner, the center, somewhere, I'm going to have a very healthy group, which is all I really need to do in this case, just get some health nearby. So I went this way. This is not great. This is barely thinking. I don't know of all massive variations. I don't know. So I'll just play a settling move. We've seen it. This is actually, at this point, I'm going, oh my God, this is my worst fears. He's going to destroy me here. I was feeling pretty bad. Okay, now I go for life. Save once so that there's lots of Aji. And then I felt real bad. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. This is actually way better than I'm giving it credit for. His center Moyo has been reduced to area 1. That's not big. My cutting stones, the 2 stones, have lots of Aji. I mean, gosh, we can imagine them even running out. I'm on the wrong button. We can imagine, some sort of running out and causing problems. I'm not saying we're about to do that, but I'm saying there's Aji there. And I have Sente. Wow. All of a sudden I'm like, okay, I got lucky again. I got lucky in the upper left. I'm getting lucky here. Now, again, since my moves, generally speaking, are not horrible, and I'm only playing a 1Q here, that luck favors the prepared mind. Ooh, I like that quote. Things will likely go in my favor. Anyway, here we go. I decided that center was awfully big, so I started coming in. I also want to use that Aji that we talked about. A center can get really, really massive here, and I don't want to get cut. If I'm cut, I'm dead, right? So don't get cut. Seems to me, right? Uh, 9 down walks in the room and go, "What are you, an idiot? Just Knight's move. What are you afraid of?" I would explain it to him and go, "Oh, you clearly aren't a strong player." So I don't know, but I have no desire to get cut here. Nothing but Blackstones around. So I come in without being cut. I want to know what's going on here. So I push to ask, when is he going to honey? What's he going to give me to work with? He backs off. Okay. Now I know about that. Come on in. Now there's some interesting things here, right? Between this, let's just look at boom, boom. I don't know. I'm just going to throw some stones down. There's stuff to do here. Okay, so I come down trying to prepare. Once he played the double hunt, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to get nothing over here. Well, I get more than nothing, but so I come down to here, but that's his sente. Okay, but still, when it was done, not before, not during at all. Once it was done, I went, well, wait a minute. That's a pretty big area 1. What did he get in area 2? Actually, nothing. And my 3 stone is very near his thickness and it's totally secure. So he actually didn't get much. That's the 3rd time in the game I got lucky. He turns. I go ahead and make a cut before I kill. Now he's got 2 cuts. And then what? I decide just come in. Don't get cut. I'm in his area. A's becoming interesting. Various cuts at B is stuff. There's stuff brewing. He plays here. I ask, when are you going to honey? He wants to honey right away. I mean, we got to count them. 1, 2, 3. Because see the 2 cut? There's a cut there at N7. So I'm adding a weakness. So I'm seeing 2 and 3 as 2 separate cuts. And 4. It's like, that's a lot of weaknesses. And we might even add 5 and 6. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. So I'm thinking, how sure am I that this is going to work? Well, with the mind state place I had, bad mental place, 0 confidence. I can't read at this point. I'm just like, oh man, I play so bad. I don't know if you guys have this emotional baggage that you have to deal with when you play Go. Me, all the time, all over the place. I was in a game against 8 Dan, tournament game, open section. And there's no doubt in my mind he's going to win because I know this guy. He's amazingly strong. Professionals speak very highly of him. I'm like, but I actually know how to put some moves down back then. So I'm playing my game. I haven't played my game in years because I'm so busy teaching all the time. I'm not even sure I know what my game is anymore. So we're playing, and I'm going, this is my game. I'm feeling good about this game. I like what I see. I feel that I'm ahead. I could see his mistakes. He's a great fighter, not a great positional thing. I also know that at any moment, he's going to spring it on me. I know he's got something. I don't know what it is. He does. So doing great, doing great. Oh, I'm feeling real good. And I'm ready to declare my victory. And there it is. He pulled out a cove from hell that I have no idea where it came from, but it's completely, everything's turned around, and it looks like the entire board has collapsed for my stones. And it's like, oh God, I knew it was coming. Despondent. I knew I had no right. I knew I didn't know how to play. I knew I was no good. All these feelings come out. Do you feel this way? I feel this way all the time. So I go, okay, wait a minute. I'm forcing myself to lose the game. I know better than that. And so I got my attitude in line, and then I pulled out a trick. I'm going out of this story, but I like the story. So the trick is, when you're doing life and death problems or any problems in the book says black to play, which is a big hint, and win, or and kill, and survive. It tells you whose turn it is, which some don't, and that's, to me, is horribly difficult. Whose turn it is and what the outcome is if you play the right move, because they're not going to say black to play and live. Oh, just joking, you weren't alive. They just don't do that. So I said that to myself in this horrible position. I was white to play and win the game. So I calm down, good attitude, calm down. And I come up with my few, I'm talking like 5 or 6 in my whole 50 plus years of playing Go, brilliant moves. I played a brilliant move and brought the entire game back around and won. It was really fun. Okay, that's my story. So I decided, just come in. Let him worry about the cuts, because this is a really big move. I mean, are you joking? Let me put a Blackstone down here. Look how big that is. I mean, I don't want to count it. It's going to make me depressed. So in I come. Really? You're going to create more cuts? Well, at this point, I'll just toss in a question and let you, I mean, you got to worry about it now, right? So he's got to save. He's going to just collapse here. Sorry, okay, that's some profit already. And in Sente and more in the Co. Great. I consider that a real victory. And check out his area 1. Tiny. And look how narrow area 2 is. 3 lines wide, narrow. So feeling pretty good. Up to this point, finally, I'm starting to get some confidence. Like, hey, I know a lot of it's been luck, but luck does favor the prepare mind after all. Come on down, threaten to kill something. Oh, I'll just play some cold threats. Why not? There's another time I can use my Aji. Sure. Threaten. Big move in Sente. And he's got to back off. And I think that, then I went to endgame. And I don't know the right way to do this endgame, but this left me with being solid, and the points are clear, and he still has cuts there. And sure. And the game ended, I think, here. Oh, one more. The game ends here, and I'm 20 ahead. Now, earlier today, I played the 2Q game, and I was 25 ahead. So each move being worth, each handicap stone, each original move being worth 8, means that when I played the 2Q, I was 3 stones ahead. And when I played the 1Q, I was almost 2 stones ahead. So that's still just 1 dawn, 2 dawn. And that's when I'm playing really bad. So I hate playing bad, but it's like, okay. It's not like I belong in the gutter or something. Okay. Hopefully that was educational. You see, problems that arise, some ways of solving the problems, and when you're playing bad, the easiest thing to do is to compound it. I know I'm playing bad, so I better be hyper aggressive. What? That doesn't make sense. If you're just playing bad, then get your posture better, check your groups. If you have a weak group, go fix it. Oh, but he'll win the game. That's beside the point. I want to get back to where my board's in order and I can play well. Go fix your groups. You know, just go through the list. Am I okay? Is he okay? What's big? Okay, everybody. Catch y'all later. Bye.